We have Missy Jordan, who is an actress, singer, and comedian. She's actually going to be performing for us live on stage tonight. Missy, are you ready? Oh.
Yeah, Missy will be out here in just a minute. I'm sorry,
Okay.
folks. She had to powder something.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, I'd love to talk to you for just a minute if you don't mind. That'd be fun.
Go right ahead.
Oh, wow, this is nice out here. I'm trying to see. You know, I tell people that's why I use this. I don't really even need this thing. I use it because in the villages, you know, I push the women out of the way with this, and if I see a good-looking man, I grab him with that. Anyway, I just want to check something with our viewers. You're going to think I'm silly. Men, you can earmuff it, but this is driving me crazy. Hold on here. All right, ladies, I got one word for you, okay? Girdle, right? Girdle, I'm just throwing this down. Girdle, it's that skin-snatching, crotch-crawling, badonkadonk. What do they call it? Badonkadonk now? I don't have a badonkadonk. There's barely anything there left there, so it's probably just a badonk, you know what I mean? It's that hiney binding stuff. It's made out of latex and rubber. I mean, come on now. It's ridiculous. You have no idea how hard it is to get on and off, right, ladies? I mean, I'm telling you, I swear my upper arms look amazing after 40 years of trying to pull that thing up on me. But you know, it's almost worse trying to take it off. I flew here to see Missy. I love to watch her do her shows. I support her. I knew her parents back in the day. And, you know, I come to see her after sitting on that airplane so long. I had to use the jaws of life to get the darn girdle off. I'm not kidding. Oh, I'm telling you, it's so different now. I guess the Kardashians, they're kind of a big deal here right now, right? The Kardashians, Kris Kardashian, Kim Kardashian. Where do these girls get these trunks here? I don't get it. Isn't that what they call a junk in the trunk? Well, with me, I'm more like a hatchback, honey. There's not a whole lot there. But anyway, you know, I don't know how they have that now. Apparently nowadays, you can have this sucked out and you can put implants here. I mean, I don't know. I don't get that. There's even a song about it, right? Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Shorty got low. I'm going to tell you something. I don't have apple bottoms here, folks. It's more like applesauce, and yeah, it's low, unfortunately. Oh, my goodness. It's tough getting older. I'm telling you. I mean, you know, like I said, they sing this song about that. For us, I'm trying to think. Oh, I did come up with a little song not too long ago. You know that song that's out about, what is it? I'm all about that bass, no treble. Well, I kind of changed it up for me. Hear me out here. I think it's pretty clear. I ain't no 22, but I can shake it, kind of like I used to do. 'Cause I got that boom that boys used to chase. All the right stuff, unfortunately, it's all in the wrong places. My mama, she told me, don't worry about your size. Pretty soon, little darling, it's all gonna be around your thighs. Right now, you look like a silicone Barbie doll. But pretty soon, honey, it's all gonna fall. Because my treble's near my bass, no tushy. My treble's near my bass, no never mind. Oh, God. Well, anyway, this was fun. She's got to be ready here pretty soon. I'll check on her. But I got to say, I hope you had some fun here. You're going to love this podcast. Some great people here. We love our friends out here in the villages. And, hey, if you're single, check out Gertie Comedy. You got to check it out. I've even got a T-shirt now. Can you believe it? I'm on a T-shirt. So anyway, I came. I made it awkward. Let me check on Missy. I'll be back.
How did she get in here? Who is that?
I don't know. We tried closing the gate, but you just got to stop giving out the access numbers. Yeah.
Missy's coming back. I guess she's coming out. Sorry, folks, about that interruption, but here's
now,
Missy Jordan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the keeper of the keys, the countess of the clink, the mistress of Murderer's Row, matron Mama Morton.
Ask any of the little chickies in my pen. They'll tell you I'm the biggest mother hen. I love them and all of them love me. Because the system works, the system called reciprocity. Got a little motto, always sees me through. When you're good to mama, mama's good to you. There's a little thing I'm prepared to do. You give me a favor, I'll do one for you. They say that life is tit for tat, and that's the way I live. So I deserve a lot of tat for what I've got to give. Don't you know that this hand washes that one too? Just be good to mama, and mama's good to you. If you like my gravy, pepper my ragu, spice it up for mama, she'll get hot for you. When they pass the basket, folks contribute too. You put in for mama, she'll put out for you. The folks atop the ladder are the ones the world adore. So boost me up my ladder, kid, and I'll boost you up yours. Let's all stroke together like the Princeton crew. When you're stroking mama, mama's stroking you. So what's the one conclusion I can bring this number to? When you're good to mama, mama's good to
I don't know, folks. What do you think? I would say that was a fantastic.
That was quite fantastic.
Fantastic performance. Fantastic. This was part of your comedy act at the Village's Got Talent, or similar, same,
Similar, yeah, but not.
Same-
No, this is a different number. Uh-huh.
same character.
Yes,
Same character.
yes. Uh-huh.
How long have you been doing that?
Oh, this show in particular, or
Yeah,
performing?
this show in particular.
This show in particular for the last now 2.5 years. Yeah.
It's got to be a big hit here in the Villages.
You know, we're trying to get it over here. They seem to like it. I have a lot of people that follow me. I sing with a band at City Fire in Lake Sumter and one in Brownwood as well. And so I've had a lot of people following. They keep saying, when are you going to do your show out here? So that was the reason I did the talent show. I wouldn't normally do a talent show. Not that it was a wonderful cause. That was great.
Yeah.
But I wanted to try and get it out here, and got a great response.
Hopefully people will see this tonight. Because Villages Got Talent, that wasn't available necessarily on YouTube. So
No,
this will be, and you can show everybody, and everybody will see this as
Yeah.
hilarious. Very, very good. So now, how long have you been performing?
Oh my gosh, all my life.
Okay.
My poor family. Yeah, they couldn't stop me. I've been singing, and I've just been goofy ever since I was little, doing characters, voices, you name it. I used to make my parents watch shows all the time, and I put on things in the neighborhood with the other kids. So yeah.
And you've started, I assume you went to school for this?
I did.
Yeah.
I actually ended up at Cincinnati Conservatory of Music for the musical theater department there. Great program. They're actually kind of known for getting people out to Broadway, but I came back to have a surgery on my ear. I've done that a couple times, and just started doing some other performing and just kept on going.
So singing, and then you also are an actress in productions, plays, etc. What's your favorite thing of all those things that you do? What's your go-to?
Well, I love the one-woman show that I put together because I was trying to encompass all those things, and that makes it fun. I always liked the variety shows, Carol Burnett, loved Lucille Ball, all of that, and I like that when you do that kind of show, you can, get to bust into a huge show production, little skits. And you can do very serious parts too. So I like that, but I guess I'd have to say I really miss doing some of the musical theater. I really like that a lot. So I love acting. So
you're obviously very good at it. So you're your own writer for this stuff, I assume.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. Yes.
Very, very, very talented.
Thank you.
How many different comedic acts?
Gosh, I just keep writing jokes all the time. So
Okay.
as things come up, I try to make it different. What I did today was a little different than what I did. Well, very different from what I did at the talent contest. I've done some other things. I did an open mic at Funny Bone and did something different there. But I've been doing a lot of things on social media.
Okay.
When I created this show, the plan was to just go through an agent that I'd been working with and get the show on the road. But a lot of people, when I finally told people what I was doing, they said, you got to do it here. So I did do it in Mount Dora at the community center.
Okay.
Did a big one there.
Yep.
And really kind of late into it, I woke up one morning and thought, great way to promote this. And I didn't do it that much, but I thought I'm going to go on social media. I went on Facebook and started doing tips from Gertie. And so I would do one-liners and have some funny things in
Okay.
there. And I picked that up again. People really liked it. I was amazed by the different people that I wound up with a large group of people from the villages that came all the way to Mount Dora because of that. And young people. I'm surprised sometimes that young people, they'll say, I know Gertie, I follow her. And I say, no, you aren't. No, you don't. And they, yep, we do. We love Gertie. So yeah, that makes it fun.
I can't imagine you not being extremely successful with this, even in the rec centers for some of the charitable groups they get 250 people in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you tried or thought about doing your own thing at the theater?
I have. I'm actually going to be at the Old Mill Playhouse on April 24th doing my full one-woman show. It's called I'm Not Done Yet.
Okay.
The show itself, it's funny. People are so in love with Gertie, which is wonderful, but I kind of tease now. They'll ask me about it and they'll talk about Gertie and I'll say, I'm in the show too.
Yeah.
But the show is basically my journey to becoming a performer and the things that I've learned and gone through with that. And I do some impressions in it. I have some film in it. I sing many different styles of music. Here we were doing some musical theater, but I have a medley that, because I came from a family of 8 kids.
Okay.
And there was a lot of music with my parents as well, all the way down. So I have a medley that I do some short bits and I have the audience join in and they all say, we know all these songs. And it starts from like my oldest sister with a Downtown. You remember that
Yeah,
song?
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Downtown, and it goes all the way, kind of comes all the way to the forefront. So everybody, I think everybody gets to hear a little, they should find something in there they know, I guess.
And do you do the full hour-and-a-half show yourself?
I do.
Wow,
It's actually now, I think I kind of try to wean it down a little bit. It's a little over an hour and then a 15-minute intermission. Yeah. I had thought about maybe having somebody behind there. I do the changes quickly, which is not a problem. I have it down, but it would be nice to have someone back there maybe putting things back so it's a little more organized. So I do have someone who's going to do that. But the first time I did it at the community center, I had a director who wanted me to do a show that he had written, and he said, oh my gosh, you're doing this all by yourself? He said, how are you not passing out right now? And I about did, but yeah, It's fun. It's really fun.
So help us out for those of us who can't do this kind of stuff. How many hours do you have to work on producing a show that lasts that long? I mean, it's got to be a lot.
Well, this is kind of crazy. I've told people, had someone said to me, Missy, put a show together and put this, and this in it, I would have said, I can't do that. I don't know how to do any of that. There are actually some things that I did in the first show that aren't in the show now because we thought maybe it wasn't a fit for it, but I do some character voices, and everybody's called me Missy Mouse. So I had a mouse animation on a screen, so while I was changing, they could watch that. And then I revamped it by having a caricature done of Gertie, which is great, where she comes out and chases it off. But it gives me a chance to change clothes.
Yeah.
So no, this is the the short story of this is I'd been traveling with a band in South Florida for a couple of years. The head of the band is also an agent. We would come up with extra shows when there was something special. We'd kind of collaborate and come up with things we could do. And I got an idea for something I wanted to do, kind of a Carol Burnett type thing, and everybody thought it was great. And then this is crazy. I always break into voices. I'm just that crazy theater person. And I would always do a New York accent. I don't know why. But then I had this old hacking, coughing Brooklyn woman. I don't go quite that far with Gertie because I have to sing. But everybody would ask me to do it. And I am the publisher of magazines.
Oh,
We
okay.
went to our conference. And when we were at the conference, my division manager knew I did that. And she would ask me at several things to sing. They want to get you up to sing, et cetera. And when the day of it, we were going to do it, she said, I think it would be hilarious if you went up and did that old hacking, coughing Brooklyn woman. Didn't even have a name for her then. I'm dressed in A-line Audrey Hepburn, hair done, the whole thing. And I said, okay. So I went up and did it. And everybody cracked up. It was hilarious. And I came away thinking, I like this. I could do this. I could host some of these conferences. But I want to be able to sing too. So.
I think is part of corporate entertainment. There is another spot that would certainly be. Yeah.
There are a lot of things.
What a great way to end a boring work 3-day conference.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I called out some people in the audience, and they got a big kick out of it. They all knew I sang, and it was funny. We had the New York division there, and I
you got to make fun of them right there.
Right, and I didn't know how that would be. And I had a gentleman who come up to me, and he said, I don't know who you are, but I want to be your manager. And I was like, and they were all asking me if I was from New York. I'm like, no, but I'm glad you think so. But so that was just kind of planted there, and I never told anyone what I was doing. So over that time, I'm trying to think how many months, probably 6 months or so. Yep. Just little by little, I kept coming up with ideas, and I think, I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if I could have 3 of me up on a screen, which is in my show. I have a screen with, it's a song called Candyman. It looks like an old Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. And it's me in 3 different wigs singing all 3 part harmony.
All 3 parts, okay. Yeah.
And then I come out and sing live with it. So I'd get these ideas, and then I'd try it. And now and then I'd have to reach out to somebody, can you help me with this? And then when I told my husband, he was thrilled. And I thought, I don't know. So you
kept that a secret for a while?
I kept it a secret, yeah, because people
kind of a closet comedian,
right?
Yeah.
When you start to tell people, they get excited. They go, "Oh, you should do this, and you should do that." And plus, I didn't know if it was going to be good or not. And so when I finally told people what I was doing, they said, "Well, you're going to do it for us, right?" I said, "Well, no," and they said, "You got to do it here." So that's how I wound up doing the community center, and I sold a lot of tickets, which was really amazing for the first one, and. I think this will spread through the villages. You'll be definitely, the people will be getting a hold of you, because there's a ton of entertainment, as you know, the villages, not just in the ticketed venues that we see. All of these rec centers have ticketed events and stuff, and it fits right in. There's a lot of people who will definitely relate. It makes it fun. I did one the Plantation in Leesburg.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, and they had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, like you said, I have sung at a lot of the rec centers in the past with a couple of the bands. I sang with Rocky and the Rollers back in the day for a New Year's function in Bonita Springs, and then sang with them at Katie Bell's, and then that closed. But Ralph Denome, his daughter one time couldn't do a whole season, so I sang at the rec centers then. So I thought I'd like to be in there. I've been doing a show. I've helped out some people in the villages that do a show called Addicted to Love, and I helped choreograph and did all the vocals on the recordings for that, and come out and do the show with them. But I thought I want mine over here. That's where I was going to debut the show, was in the villages. It was just logistics. And
so you prefer your own one-person show than working with the collaboration of other actors and stuff? No,
not necessarily. I mean, I love that part. I thought might be a little difficult, because I like people a lot. I like working with other actors. I like working with other musicians and singers. And I thought, I wonder if that's going to get hard for me to only be the only one up there. But no, I love performing with other people. I still do that, and I will. But this was kind of my dream. And like I said, it's called I'm Not Done Yet.
Yeah.
I felt like, I'm not a young chick, but I
Yeah.
thought, why not? Why not do it? Why not put it all out there? So
There's no better way to finish the final chapters. Just do what the hell you want to do. Because,
Exactly.
Yeah. You can't be embarrassed by our age, so you
Yeah,
might as well just
right.
throw it all out there.
well, you kind of do that, don't you?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
how long have you been doing the podcast?
7 months.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When I looked at your site, I would have thought you'd been doing it a lot longer. You've had a lot of entertainers.
We've got a lot of content that we throw out. We've got a lot more that we're doing. We just filmed one of our first whole presentations of a band act. So we'll have an hour and a half show probably out of that. So, so we got a lot of things in the works. But no, it's 7 months. And like I say, you just, at this stage of the game, why not do whatever the hell you want?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I thought, I'm not going to, it's made it fun and exciting. And I got to tell you, the reaction I've gotten from so many people saying, you know what, that inspired me. And now I want to do this. Why am I waiting? Why am I not doing that? So
exactly. Yeah.
that's fun.
My wife and I talk about things in that perspective is there's no sense in waiting because now it's between here and eternity.
Exactly.
It's not about when I'm going to take and get that raise or whatever. It's like, no, it's between now and when I'm pushing up daisies. So
exactly.
we
Exactly.
need to do it.
Yeah.
So you're from Indiana.
I am.
And you've been here, you said, about 12
years. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is your husband in the entertainment business at all?
He was a major, on the side, he was a major DJ in Indianapolis. He did all the downtown events, Super Bowl, Big Ten. It was pretty cool. And so we do some things. He doesn't do it here because he's very old school. He has big equipment and he was paid well to do that. But he will do, I put a New Year's show together. And for 3 years we did it at Mission Inn, and they like a DJ in between, so he does it. And then this past year I sang, we did Mount Dora downtown for New Year's, but I believe we're going to be back at Mission Inn here. They reached out to me the other day and want the DJ. But yeah, he does that. He is actually, you've probably seen his picture around here, folks. He is the publisher of Village Neighbors magazine and Village Neighbors South magazine. Village Neighbors is a huge magazine.
I was going to ask you about that magazine, and then you also have a couple magazines that you.
I have Mount Dora Living and Taveri's Neighbors magazine.
Okay.
So yeah,
how do you find the hours in the day to do all this stuff?
I'm crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny because people always say, you must work out. I'm like, no, I need to. And they'll say, like, what do? You don't eat. I go, yep, I do eat. I eat more than my husband. But they'll say, what is? I said, I think I'm probably just a little hyper. I'm always going. So yeah.
Well, there's multiple types of late life activity and retirement. It's like, this is my retirement gig. People don't realize that some people are just wired that way.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you obviously are wired this way. You're going to be doing this, I'm sure, till the day you're done. So yeah.
It's funny. I got to tell you, when I was coming up with this, right as I was kind of finishing it up, I started seeing more and more of Leanne Morgan. Have you seen the comedian?
Yeah.
And I just loved her. And we would talk about it. My sister called one day and she goes, Miss, this could be you. And I said, darn, she stole my thunder. I was like, so she was, she did it later. And I'm like, but I'm later than she is. But I thought that honestly, I figure, why not? Why not? I mean, why not have somebody say, you know what? We like what you're doing. We want you to do this, or we want you in a sitcom. I'd do it. Are you kidding me?
And if it doesn't work out the first time, who cares? Keep doing it. If that's what it's all about. Yeah.
It's so much fun. I love it. I'm so very thankful. And this has been, just the reaction has been so great. And like you said, I what do you have to lose? Isn't it sad that back in the day when you're younger, you think of, what if I mess up? What if this happens? What if I, well,
yeah, I'd be
whatever.
I'd be petrified to do that.
Right.
Okay.
Right. New York, going to New York, I used to think, how would I make it? What would I do? I mean, I'm a hard worker. I'm used to working, but I won't know my way around. I won't know what to do. Now I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Figure it out. You'd get there. So I never really got to do that, which little story to throw in there that's kind of cool. My quasi almost claim to fame. I actually, through a turn of events, I didn't even get to go see a Broadway show until I was like 40. I think it was 40. Yeah. And my daughters were, Mom, this is what you went to school for. Yeah. And then I had 4 daughters. And, but I decided at one point, kind of like now, my girls are older, and I thought, I started looking at shows there, and I thought, yeah, it's like they're really going to take somebody from Indiana, but you never know. I wound up getting to have a private audition with Tara Rubin of Tara Rubin Productions in New York. And they called me back for the replacement cast of Mamma Mia. And I was like, wow, I didn't wind up getting to, but that was the callback. But I thought, how cool is that? And I called a friend of mine who, he was actually the understudy for Matthew Broderick in The Producers. And I called him and I said, so how does this work? I know what an understudy is. How does this work? Well, they call it. And he said, it was a year before they called me. So I didn't know, but I said, yeah, but I'm from Indiana. Like, they're really going to take that. And I said, I didn't do Equity because what was the point there? And he said, of all shows, that's the perfect one because they like fresh blood. They like things like that. I'm like, okay, I'd do it.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah.
Well, very much appreciate you coming on the show. Very
you so
much
for having me.
appreciate getting to see what you do, and our watchers, our viewers, to see what you did for the Villagers Got Talent, because that was a paid ticket event, and now you've got another event. What's the date of that?
April 24th.
April 24th, and that's at the Millhouse Theater.
Yeah. I have another production I'm doing in February here in Leesburg. That one actually, though, is a private event. And then, so that'll be the next big one. I'm excited about that.
All right. Well, if you want to see this full show, get your tickets at the Village's box office and go see it. It's definitely going to be worth your time. Yeah. So, I appreciate you coming back on. We get a little surprise for the end of the show. You're going to be back here for just a few minutes, but we won't tell anybody what you're going to do. Right. We'll see it.
All right, honey. Thank you
so
much.
All right. Appreciate it. Yep. Thank you. Well, next we've got Missy. Missy's going to take and do something different because she is so talented. We wanted her to showcase some of her other talents. So, without any further ado, here comes Missy.
One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small, and the one that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she was just small. And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, tell them, oh gosh, smoking caterpillar has given you the call, and call Alice when she's 10 feet tall. When the men on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you've just had some kind of mushroom and your mind is getting small, go ask Alice. I think she'll know when logic and proportion have fallen on dead, and the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen is off with her head. Remember what the dormouse said. Figure
Absolutely awesome. Thank you for turning into Music Madness.